Hey, good morning, everybody. Ron Hoon here. Celeste's going to be walking in just a moment. We are experiencing Buc-ee's mania in Arizona. We are no longer a non-Buc-ee's state. We were there right at 6 a.m. You'll see all the highlights. Got a lot of stories to be talking about this morning, so we hope you can stick with us on YouTube or on the Fox Local app. We are streaming live. Here we go in about a minute. I don't. Well, good morning, everybody. 10 o'clock. It's Ron and Celeste, and we are experiencing Buc-ee's mania, Celeste. It's happening.
Oh, my goodness. I've got a mug here, Ron.
What?
A Buc-ee's mug. One of my buddies.
Hold on
here is, they've got all kinds of, you can see the beaver here.
Okay, yeah.
On the front. So
Buc-ee the beaver.
He was out there with his daughter this morning. They live out in Goodyear.
Okay. Who's the he now?
My friend Ray.
Okay.
My friend Ray. Mm-hmm. Actually, you and I met him. I met him on Twitter.
Okay.
And back when you and I were anchoring together, the 4:30 to 7 a.m.
Oh, my God.
So it's been a long time.
Wow.
We stayed friends. And he was out there, and he said, hey, I'm going to swing by into work downtown, and I got you a mug.
What
and
a
oh, my gosh, what a sweetheart.
What
so anyways,
a friend. That is
if
so
you
cool.
see, you have some very understated things.
Yes.
And other things that are very loud and
Love
fun.
it. We're going to be checking in with Des in just a couple of minutes, but here's
Yes.
also what's coming up today on FTT. This heartbreaking story of the Tesla that crashes into a house, and there's a grandma who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. She was killed. Also, TMZ joins us with the scoop. What is the very latest on the Travis and Taylor wedding? Are we really getting close? And ice cream is bad for your body temp? I feel like every time I eat ice cream, I get cold. Well, we got that story coming up as well. Celeste, one other thing.
Yes.
We have live pictures coming in right now. Let me just pull this up from, this is Montgomery County. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to let you go ahead and pop up these live pics for us, Neil. And, the chopper. Oh, hold on. Okay, well, we will get back to that ASAP, but there was a bad fire going on in the Philadelphia area.
It was crazy. The warehouse, I mean, if you want to show the chopper, not sure if you want to do it, but they were covering the areas there. Yeah, so the chopper is covering, you can kind of see maybe a little bit of a haze in the sky there in Pennsylvania. But wow, thick black smoke, plastics were burning inside the warehouse. And so no doubt we'll be covering it for you throughout the day.
And the weird part was they thought they had pretty much got it knocked down, and it flared back up this morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's wild.
All right. Let's go to the lady of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us live right now in the middle of all the fun at Buc-ee's, Goodyear, Arizona, USA. Here she is. Desiree is all set.
Yeah, good
ready
morning.
To go. I can't believe you're still going strong. You must have been drinking plenty of caffeine, Des.
Lots of fluids.
No. You know what's keeping us going, Ron? Look at this. This paddle tail that everyone has been talking about. It is so good.
That
Look
looks
at that.
delicious.
It's oh my God, it's good. It's like, it's almost, I don't know how to describe it, more pastry-like, because see all the layers in there?
Yeah.
And it's got a little bit of a crunch, the perfect amount of cinnamon, the perfect amount of frosting. It is so good.
Is there some apple filling in there? Does it have an apple type taste or what? No?
No apple taste. Nope, just the cinnamon and that sweet frosting on top. It is so good. I'm going to put it back in the bag so I can finish some of it off later, you guys.
You know what was impressive, Desiree? What
Here.
you were sharing earlier is that they actually bake a lot of their goods in-house, right? They don't have anything trucked in. They have actual bakers back there.
Exactly. Here, walk with me, you guys. Let's come closer to that area. Oh, okay, so they do make those announcements, as you just saw, when they're moving things throughout the store. It's actually quite fun. But yeah, this is the bakery section, and you can see some of the staff back there busy. They're constantly cleaning, constantly bringing baked goods in and out of the oven. So we saw them earlier frosting those paddle tails, and look at, there's no more left on that tray down there. So it is a hot item. And then we were learning all about the kolachki too, and that is a sweetbread stuffed with meat, stuffed with cheese. Look at the sausage cheese jalapeno. I have a feeling you guys would like that one with the spice in there.
This is why I say, and I know the owner of Buc-ee's is in town today. Maybe he's listening.
Oh, yeah.
If they would start building them as 2-story units instead of just ground floor, and they sold condos up on the second floor, you could live at a Buc-ee's.
You really could. You can certainly eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. Hang on, let me grab my stuff, you guys, and let's walk around and show you everything that they have. I don't want anyone taking our stuff, you know? We want to
you had
on that later.
While you're making your way around, Desiree, you had a special guest this morning. Sports anchor Robbie was out there with his son.
Yes, actually, in fact, I think they're still here somewhere. They were over near the icy section, I think, getting an icy for his little boy, which, right, you cannot come in to a stop like this and not get your little one an icy. But look at all the grab-and-go options. So, I mean, we've been showing you all the things that you can indulge in, but they do have, like, this protein pack. They have fresh fruits and veggies in the cup and different kinds of snacks. Look at all, like, the meat and cheese, the pretzels. They really have it covered. You can just find so much in here. It's incredible. And look at everything is open, right? So we can see back into the bakery. We can see the prep area right here as they're bagging those snacks. And then walk with me this way. Because this section in the middle, called the Texas Roundup, you guys, it has been busy nonstop all morning. You're both fans of brisket, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so this brisket and egg taco that folks have been telling us about, we've just been salivating over that all morning. We have yet to get our hands on one of those because they just keep flying off the shelves. And then in about an hour here, they're going to do that switch over to lunch. But do you see that brisket?
Yeah.
That they're cutting? Oh my gosh.
And look at those sandwiches. My
And
goodness.
I bet you the prices are pretty reasonable on that stuff.
Yeah, not too bad. So let's see. If we're getting the Carolina pulled pork sandwich, it is $6.99.
There's your lunch.
That's a pretty good. That's
$6
pretty
lunch.
good.
Cost of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And then the burritos are tacos. I forget. I don't know if they were 4 or 6. Let's see if we can get around here. Good morning, you guys.
Hi, good morning.
Jesus.
Lots of excitement building out
It's
there.
come be on Channel 10 day.
Okay. Where's the brisket egg? Okay, here's the brisket.
Sorry about that, okay?
No, that was my fault. Brisket egg taco, $5.99.
Wow. Well, for some good brisket, like that's not a big price to pay.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. And if you we were watching them prep them earlier, they do look small, I must admit, once they roll them up and kind of package them. But they're loaded with meat, these brisket and egg tacos, aren't they?
Huge scoop. Let me show you.
I was saying, Randy,
Oh,
it's kind
wow.
of deceiving because
Here we
they
go.
look small.
Oh, this is gonna be
but they're
good.
loaded.
Look, there's a ton of meat in these.
Wait, do I finally get to take a bite of this?
Yes, you do. Now, this is a brisket and egg, right?
Yeah.
But look at the amount of that. Like, there's a ton of meat in the bottom.
Oh,
of that.
yeah.
If you want to take a bite,
That is full.
Here we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I'll just roll this.
Oh, yeah. Let's try that right now. Here we go.
Go to town, Daz.
Breakfast of Champions. He's giving you a thumbs up.
Anyway, so we're just so glad as she chews, I'm going to take over now. You can get brisket 24/7 a day, all day long, 24 hours a day, and we have fresh coffee, man, and you're going to get that right there. So, how's it working out?
It's so good.
So, what do you think? First bite?
Delicious. And the brisket is melting in my mouth. It is so good.
It needs to be tender. It needs to be tender. That's a big deal.
I can see why these are popular. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full, you guys. pardon me.
Totally
but
go
it's loaded
for
with
it.
protein, so I can see why it's a good grab.
Yes, ma'am. And the best part about it is their tortillas are actually fresh. They're fresh pressed there. It takes the preservatives out there, so it's a
Even
really
better.
fresh tortilla. With that one's with egg and the brisket. Oh man, what a good bite.
Honestly, the tortilla is delicious, really soft. It was getting stuck to the roof of my mouth there. But Randy is a competitive barbecue champion. You've been barbecuing for 30 plus years.
Yes, ma'am. A true blessing. And the cool thing is we get to bring those recipes to Buc-ee's, our guests that are here in Arizona now. How exciting is that?
And Randy has such a cool job. You travel around to different Buc-ee's locations, and you're training the teams at each of those locations.
I do. I'm very blessed. We're a big hands-on company, and so we love to come out and teach them, not just give them a book and say good luck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Well, Randy,
Des.
I'm sure you're busy. How often, though, do you guys have fresh brisket coming out?
We got brisket coming all day, all night, so come see us.
Des,
He's 3 a.m. We're gonna have fresh brisket.
He's kind of the expert.
Thank
Can
you,
you
Randy.
ask him, Des, can you ask him, I've always wondered, how many actual flavors of jerky, of Buc-ee's jerky, do they sell?
Oh, goodness, Ron, I don't know.
I bet-
Come on, let's go take a look at the wall because I think I lost him already. But the jerky wall is another popular spot. So if we're leaving kind of the center, you're going to walk over here to the right, past the restrooms, which, you know, by now we know are the cleanest in America.
Artwork
And
on the
here
wall.
is the world famous jerky wall. So Ron, I don't know, you tell me, how many flavors we got here?
That is amazing.
There's so many.
This will take till 10:30. The whole thing is just amazing. A jerky wall.
That is so great. Look at jalapeno,
Hot and
jalapeno honey,
spicy.
and so many different varieties.
Ghost pepper.
Oh my
It
goodness,
really is.
Korean
yeah, my
barbecue,
pick would be the teriyaki.
Okay.
cherry
Yeah.
apple.
I can see
I'm a
it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a teriyaki kind of girl.
Yeah.
Look at this
Go
guy
for
right
that
next to you,
one.
Desiree. He looks a little lost. He's like, how do I choose just one?
Thank you.
Oh,
you
he's
pick
going
that
with
one for me?
teriyaki.
What flavor do you like?
I like teriyaki.
You like the teriyaki?
Yeah, I like
If you had to pick a flavor that was like second up, what would you pick?
Korean barbecue.
Ooh, okay, that sounds good. I was going sweet and spicy. I love a mix of that.
Cherry maple.
But there you go,
Yeah.
Ron.
Wow.
I know.
It's incredible.
This
Yeah.
wall is covered, but look at this. Look at the other really cute finds too. Okay, so after you leave the wall of jerky, how about the apparel? Look at this adorable swimsuit.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just thinking Baby
cute.
Demi
Oh,
would be
my gosh.
so cute in that.
That is so cute.
Okay. Time to start shopping for the twins and Demi.
They've got some for the adults too.
Ron, they've got some swim shorts.
I see a future post on the gram coming from Des. Okay, Des, we got to run, but this is
Yeah.
amazing, and it's very motivating for everybody to want to go out
yeah,
there.
it really is.
Can I steal one more? Can I steal
Yep.
one more second?
20 seconds.
Because we didn't have enough time to get this on air earlier this morning, and we must now. All right. So do you guys see this giant Buc-ee?
Yep.
Yes.
He is the most expensive thing in this store at $5,000.
Holy cannoli.
Okay, Des, you're amazing. That's been my favorite report.
All morning long.
All morning
Yeah,
long.
great job out there, Desiree. Thank you so much. Buc-ee's is now open in Goodyear, Arizona. This is a live look at your mystery camera. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. We have some bad news for folks who are maybe thinking about getting out there toward Buc-ee's. The westbound lanes of the 10 have turned into a parking lot, Celeste. And this is at Fairway Avenue, so it's only 3 exits away, westbound. From the Buc-ee's. So this would be if you're in the far West Valley and you're kind of, oh no, it's the other direction.
It's if
you're
you're
heading to California.
Yeah, if you're heading outbound of the valley, this is something that you're going to run into. You can see it's an absolute parking lot. So let's give you a couple of the details here. A big thank you to Big D and Trenton. They sent us over this info. Arizona DPS, they said it's a 4-vehicle crash and it's at Fairway, which is one of the exits out there in the far West Valley. So that what we're hearing is that a cement truck rolled and spilled some fresh concrete all over the highway. Imagine what a mess it is.
That will take, it seems like forever to clean up.
Yes, so they've closed the westbound lanes with the exception of the HOV, so it's going to take some time to reopen. We haven't heard of any injuries or anything like that, fortunately, because that would mean that it would be shut down even longer. So if you're going to head out that way to, maybe you take some of those surface streets, it's going to take you a long time, but, shoot down that way.
Okay. Yeah. So you just hope there aren't any fatalities, but when there's a huge truck involved, and then little cars go scooting by. You just wonder. So, yeah, all right.
They have to call in like a special tow truck.
Yeah, I would sure think so.
I mean, it's like almost like a crane, how they have to lift it out.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk a little World Cup here, Celeste.
Let's do it.
Shall we? Look at these fans. This is Japan, and did you see the first 3 seconds of the video?
Yeah,
Look,
no one was in the middle of the street.
I think I can show it to you again. You got to watch the first 3 seconds because all of the courteous fans in Japan waited to flood the streets until the crossing guard said it was okay.
They're very disciplined.
Here we go. Ready? And they're giving the high sign, and now they're like, okay, now we can go celebrate. I love this.
It's so amazing.
So this was a user there, as you can see, Chickadale Baka, showing the disciplined fans following the crossing guard's instructions. This was, they were just going crazy because they beat Tunisia in the World Cup just yesterday. Some of these games are so fun to watch, and just look at that. I mean, the whole world is getting into this, Celeste.
Well, and I think it's going to be cool to see how fast the streets cleaned up, because the way the Japanese men's team cleaned up the locker room and folded up their jerseys.
Oh my gosh.
It really was impressive. So, it's a congratulations to the men's Japanese team. That's exciting.
And then to another part of the world we go. We're unveiling for you for the first time to see the world's largest Messi statue. Look at this thing.
It's pretty impressive.
Okay, so it's 85 feet tall. It's in the, it was just inaugurated in the city of Cutral in Argentina. I think that might be his hometown. And they released the video of the tallest Messi. I don't know how many Messi statues there are.
I don't know.
Total.
This is wild.
But honestly, I mean, we get a lot of shots of the crowd, which is fine. There you go. There's the wide view.
I think there were tears.
And they have, it looks like the statue of the World Cup right there, kind of underneath them. Vamos, Argentina.
So maybe you're going to hang with us here on YouTube or on our Fox Local app, and you're going to watch us here on Fox 10 Talks, and then maybe on your TV, you put it on Fox 10, because Argentina is playing right now against Austria. The game started about 19 minutes ago. Score is still 0-0. So Messi on the field here at this very moment while the rest of the world celebrates him.
We're kind of like, when you're on an airplane and there's a big game going on and the pilot comes on and gives you the score.
Yes.
Right? That happens
just
from
in
time
case,
to time.
Just in case you guys didn't know, I'm going to let you in on a little bit of tidbits.
Yeah. Okay, let's get on to some other news stories this morning that sure have people talking, Celeste. Look, we're going to zoom out to the East Mesa area right there at about Elliott and Signal Butte. I drove right by this scene yesterday, Celeste.
Yeah.
There were so many police cars out there. Listen to this, you guys. So things got dangerous. Somebody was trying to tamper with equipment at an SRP substation. Very foolish decision making here. It was early in the morning. I know, we don't know why yet, but a lot of times people are go in there because they want to get the wiring or the copper or whatever's in there. And they found that there had been somebody who was messing with the hardware at the station. And there's a bunch of data centers out there from the biggest, literally the biggest names in the tech world. They've all kind of settled on East Mesa. And the person, shocker here, Celeste,
Yes.
got shocked.
I know.
If you're going to get into a substation,
It's so crazy.
be prepared to get fried.
Yeah.
I just cannot believe that somebody with a functioning brain would ever do something like that. We don't know how. I mean, he wasn't full on electrocuted. Apparently, he's still alive. But
I mean, how many times have we done stories like this where you're thinking, they're just not thinking?
no, they are not thinking.
Criminals are not thinking straight.
That's for sure. Okay, let's talk about this story from Texas, Celeste. Did you hear? In fact, Neil, if you want to ride the audio on this, I think you have to watch really closely here, but this is, can you hear that right there? So here we go now. Oh, that's the slow mode version.
That's
but
the
there was a
car.
Tesla that whoever was driving it was going way too fast. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
And if you can believe, look, it's a good, thick, brick-constructed type home, but there was a grandma who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And, judging by that front yard, probably a pretty good-sized house, but she just happened to be right where the Tesla hit the house, and she was killed.
That driver was going so fast. It looks like a residential street.
Right? Maybe even like a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
So let's tell you some of the details here. This is in Katy, Texas, which is a suburb of Houston. The video is from Jennifer Barber, and it said that her mom, Martha Mantilla, was killed when the car hit the home. And she said on her Facebook page, "This is the Tesla driver flying into my home. My mom didn't deserve this." By the way, the driver, a 44-year-old, was transported to a hospital. The driver told investigators that an automated driving assistance system was engaged. According to KHOU, authorities hadn't yet confirmed whether any of the self-driving features were actually. If that happened, then that's going to be a much bigger story.
Well, they're going to be able to tell whether or not that was indeed the case.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll be able to kind of look at the, like you have a black box on an airplane.
Yeah.
They have that type of technology on cars.
Yeah. Okay, so a GoFundMe has now been set up if you're interested in helping the family. Martha Avila Mantilla is, as they're calling it in the family, an unimaginable loss. And just, it's just so
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking is a perfect way to put it. So, the question, Celeste, the price of oil is down again today.
Thank goodness.
I don't want to make any predictions, but if it falls about $3 more, it's going to be back down into the 60s.
I know. And that means hopefully we will start to see some of those prices drop for the rest of us on Main Street who are filling up our gas
There
tanks.
you go. All right. So here, in fact, I believe this is J.D. Vance himself when he was over there at the Bergenstock report.
I was thinking it was Birkenstock. Do they give Birkenstocks there?
We could ask him. Ready? Here we go.
The defendant is an extreme danger to the community. He engaged.
So I am looking for SOT 3, which would be J.D. Vance.
You know what was crazy is that, the vice president was possibly not going to be there, and now he is. I think we have it now for you.
Yeah, I heard that they had the plane fueled up for him on Friday, and then Iran pulled the plug, and then something happened, and he's like, okay, I'm coming. Here we go.
Already made great progress over just the last few hours, and I expect it will make additional progress in the hours to come.
Okay, so then the big headline this morning, Celeste, was it was either an interview or maybe he posted on social that the big headline coming out of those meetings this weekend is Iran has agreed for the first time in years to allow the the UN team, the nuclear inspectors, back into Iran. So that's a major development right there.
It really is. Interesting, we think about all the things that take place there overseas. And I mean, we've been hearing it for a long time. Yes, we have a deal. No, we don't have a deal. Yes, we have a deal. And hopefully we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah. Okay, well, remind me to bring in some pictures one of these days, Celeste, because that's the very hotel I stayed at when we were in Switzerland. Can you believe it?
Very cool.
Oh, my God.
What was your view like of the Swiss Alps?
It really was.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Back then it was all snowy and everything.
Yeah, so
but
cool.
They have a cold plunge right next to a hot plunge. And so I'm hoping JD got a chance to at least go down for 5 minutes down to the basement.
Let's hope. Maybe popped in the sauna?
Yeah.
Like all those Scandinavians do.
Oh, they do. All right. So speaking of all of that here regarding the water and everything else, they finally decided to put some law enforcement out there by the reflecting pool because, people were concerned that people who are just opposed to the whole idea that the president wanted to upgrade this reflecting pool down there by the Lincoln Monument. There have been reports of arrests of people pouring corrosive chemicals into this national treasure.
Oh, my gosh. Who would do that?
Cutting into the coating. There was a guy that was arrested. He says wrongly arrested, but for vandalizing it. And so it's really, I actually saw a lady with a sign from last week right in front of the reflecting pool. It's a big old sign that she created, and she said that she was Team Algae. They're rooting for algae.
Oh,
Celeste,
brother.
come on. All right, let's do this.
Well, it's going to be your tax dollars that's going to have to get rid of the algae. So why would you even vote for the algae?
Okay, what do you think's going on there? 64% are saying it's vandalism, pure and simple. Some people want it to fail for one reason, because it was President Trump's idea. Almost 30% say it really just kind of seems like there were problems with the project all along. And then reserving judgment for now, but it does seem suspicious.
All right, we're taking a look at your numbers on YouTube. Big numbers. 1,000 of you have voted in the last 50 minutes. 37% of you on YouTube say vandalism. People want it to fail because it was Trump's idea. 56% say seems like there were just problems with the project. And 7% say reserving judgment for now seems suspicious.
Guess who's waiting in the wings?
Big D.
Right after the mystery cam. Where do you think this is? Wow, that is a dark and stormy morning, Celeste.
Throw your ideas in the chat. Can't wait to read them.
All right, a lot of guesses coming in on our mystery cam today. Celeste, what are you seeing?
All right, we've got a lot of you. It's a very misty day here.
Yeah.
Linda Monter says Virginia or Pennsylvania. She's going to, dabble in both those states. We got a Connecticut from Be Kind Forever, an Iowa from Joshua Tovar, and Thomas Favela is going overseas. He says Amsterdam.
Nice, Thomas.
What are you going to go with, Ron?
I think I am going to go with Linda, and it's a coin flip here, Virginia or Pennsylvania, but there's just something about those hills.
Yeah.
Says Pennsylvania to me. How about you?
I'm going to go with like a Tennessee.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, Tennessee. All right, let's go with the answer here. It is on your mystery camera on this Monday, Johnstown, PA. There's Pennsylvania. Nice work to our winners.
Rainy day.
Yes, it is.
Johnstown, PA. Hey, by the way, let's go to Dave and get some of your reactions. Thanks again for voting in our poll question. We're seeing lots of votes today. In fact, like Celeste was showing, we launched this thing about 1 hour ago. There's already 1,000 people with opinions. Dave, what are you seeing?
So many votes, so many comments. It's pretty incredible, guys. And what I've been loving about the comments is there's a lot of people that are pretty much experts in pools. Tom in Phoenix says warm sun in a non-circulating body of water creates algae. Painting a non-porous base without proper process beforehand will do this. Driving a motorcade on it is more vandalism than this. How you doing? P1P says it needs a filtration system, and instead of paint or rubber, spray bed liner. Rick Walker says poor prepping on the sealant seems likely. As a certified pool operator, the algae is from new pool syndrome, not an unexpected occurrence. And finally, Marie von der Heyde says, I believe they didn't prep the surface before applying the color. Artists prep their canvases to better adhere paint. Same goes for pools. It was rushed. Really fascinating comments. Keep them up, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Big D.
And thank you for all your comments, all of viewers, and sharing their thoughts.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this. Oh, wait. I'm punching the 2 box.
Yeah, Jem isn't there yet.
Okay. You let us know when he is all set and ready to go.
Ron, we were just talking about that. Well, we're waiting for our next guest. We're getting a lot of chatter in there about the self-driving Tesla, and I asked many of you, and you shared in there.
Yeah?
Do you drive? Do you use the self-driving? What do you think about the self-driving? So let me just read a couple of quick comments. Jennifer Scott says, "I love self-driving in my Tesla. It will drive to your destination and even back up in my driveway and park." And I think for a lot of people, some people are saying, nope, sorry, not for me. But I think that for a lot of people, the self-driving, with the newer models and the upgrades in the vehicles, they're comfortable with it. And other people are like, not for me.
Okay.
Because, some people want control.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, think about driving in a Waymo.
Yes.
I just saw another one of those vans. If you guys have seen them all over town, those are out and about now.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger Waymos.
They're becoming more popular.
Yes.
All right, so we got word about an hour or so ago, a couple hours ago, that a music legend, Clive Davis, had passed away.
Yeah.
He's in his 90s, and we're going to talk with a kind of a music industry expert. Mm-hmm. So, Dave, you just let us know when he's all set, ready to go. And let's see, what else did we want to talk about?
So let me give you a little background on Jem. That's who we're chatting with.
Oh, Jem Aswad.
Jem Aswad.
Who is with Variety.
He is. He's the executive editor of Music of Variety. And he joined the publication in 2017. He's had a ton of awards. I believe Jem is going to join us now this morning. Hey, Jem, thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate it.
So sorry I'm a little late.
Oh, it's all great. When you heard the news that Clive Davis, who has been greatly honored, I feel, in recent awards presentations, et cetera, for a great career, what were the first maybe stories that came to your mind?
Well, I interviewed him probably 10 or 12 times. I wouldn't say I knew him necessarily, but we were quite familiar, and we did a lot around his 90th birthday 4 years ago. I mean, he is one of the greatest music executives of all time. Absolutely no question about it. And unlike a lot of people, because usually an executive is good at one or two things, he had a rare ability to combine knowing talent and knowing when a song was going to work and business acumen and basically knowing what to do with that talent, how to package it. It didn't always fit. And, certainly not every artist loved what his plans were. But for someone like, for example, Carlos Santana, who he had signed back in the 1960s and helped guide to some of the greatest moments of his career, what was it, in 1999, he made a different kind of record with Carlos Santana. He paired him with some of the greatest hit makers of the era, like Rob Thomas and Lauryn Hill and people like that.
Wow.
And made one of the biggest selling records of all time with that. Now, it didn't really sound like someone who, what you would expect from Santana in the 1960s, but it rebooted his entire career, and Clive was behind both phases of that career.
I feel like Sedona's own Michelle Branch had one of the biggest hits of that era, in fact, with The Game of Love. But who would you say would be, if you had to pick 2 or 3 artists who were most kind of closely linked to Clive Davis, who would they be?
Well, the two of them, obviously, Whitney Houston was almost his biggest project, for lack of a better word, because, he signed her, he mentored her, and her later career obviously was not a success and had an awful lot of problems. But right through the 80s and into the 90s, I mean, it went precisely according to plan and made so many great records in the process. So she is one. Alicia Keys is another, kind of the same story, well, except for the end of it. But she had a failed record deal with Columbia Records. He redirected her career, set her up in the right way. He got her on Oprah very early in her career, and her debut album was a massive, massive, massive success. Other more established artists, and I'm going to break your 3 rule here, had a lot to do with Bruce Springsteen's career. When he heard Springsteen's first record, and it was 3 records before Bruce actually broke through, he said to him, I love the record. It needs 2 songs I can get on the radio. Springsteen took him seriously, went home and wrote, I think it was Blinded by the Light and Growing Up. Maybe it was Spirit in the Night. I forget which one, but he wrote 2 very radio-ready songs. Again, that album still wasn't a hit, but Bruce heard Clive. And also Simon and Garfunkel. They were well established by the time that Clive assumed the presidency of Columbia Records, but he was a driving force behind Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Oh, wow. That's
A
amazing.
single like that before. It was a 5-minute long song, and he turned it into a #1 single.
Jem, I was did a deep dive here looking at some of the biggest icons associated with Clive Davis, some of the ones that you mentioned, but Barry Manilow, Pink, Janis Joplin, Rod Stewart, Aretha Franklin. You know this better than we do. It's interesting, though, when you look at the history of music, and you've covered it for so many years at a high level and so in depth, but there's always people behind the people, right, that help lead them to so much success.
Yeah, and I mean, I was remiss in not mentioning Barry Manilow right there, because his career was almost entirely guided by Clive. And he himself has said every time that he didn't listen to Clive, Clive ended up being right. Now, that's not to say he was perfect. A lot of artists did not have great relationships with him. Kelly Clarkson is one in particular. But he usually saw the way to go to commercial, if not necessarily artistic, success.
That's so great. All right, so you have had the kind of exclusive ability to get so many sit-downs with him over the years. If there was one story before we wrap up here that maybe will give us a little bit of an insight into Clive Davis, the man, his personality. We know he was a great record executive.
Yeah.
Maybe share one more story of him.
This is the thing with Clive. First of all, I didn't have that exclusive access. I mean, a lot of people did. He wasn't hard to reach or to talk to. If I were to point to one thing, it is an article we did for his 90th birthday where we talked to 25 executives who worked for him, almost all of whom absolutely revered him. Their stories are much more telling than the stories that Clive told. And one of them, this is the best one. There is an executive, when they were working on that Santana record, there's an executive who, they had done a song with the rapper Everlast, who was big at the time. And Everlast managed manager wanted to take the song for an Everlast record. The executive says, you can't do that. I've made Clive this promise, you just can't. And the manager says, nope, we're taking it. So the executive runs up to Clive's office, catches him just as he's leaving, follows him out of the building, gets in a car with him, and Clive says, all right, call the manager. And he says, shh, like that. And he gets on the manager and he says, hello, manager, this is Clive Davis. Do you know who I am? the manager is saying, like, what did Pete tell you to call me? Who is this? He's like, no. You say you know who I am. If you know who I am, you'll give the song back. And I'll leave it at that. And he hangs up, and the next day they had the song back. It was a total Don Corleone move.
Oh my!
Is there anyone in music right now that rivals him? Anybody behind the scenes that works with artists right now that helps them, boost and with fans?
Like, who's the next Clive Davis?
Yeah, who's the next Clive Davis?
There aren't. I mean, you almost can't make that comparison because things are so different now. Like record companies aren't as dominant as they were because yes, you do need a record company to achieve big success, but like not as much as you used to. There's tons of great record executives. Jimmy Iovine was a great record executive, but he's now retired. John Janik, who replaced him at Interscope. Oh gosh, I mean, and there's a whole new younger generation of record executives who are more attuned with the 21st century. So, but there will never be another Clive Davis. I think it's pretty safe to say.
Perfect way to wrap it up. Thank you, Jim.
I appreciate your time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, we have to take a break, but coming up, Celeste, we are going to be talking to TMZ. We're going to get the straight scoop on this Taylor and Travis wedding. Is it really happening any day now?
And is he using ChatGPT to write his vows?
Right. Plus, what is the number one way to ruin a first date? We finally have the answer. We'll be right back. And we are back. Thanks for hanging out with Ron and Celeste and Fox 10 Talks. Let's get to Eric right away, Celeste, shall we?
Let's do it, buddy.
Monday mornings.
Hi, Eric.
We love hanging out with
Happy
Eric.
Monday.
Just great. We were just talking to a music expert over there at Variety about the passing of Clive Davis, a true legend in the music world. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on. I think Swifties by the millions want to hear what you guys have to say about maybe preps for an upcoming event.
Yeah, all signs point to this weekend, this past weekend, being Bachelor and Bachelorette party weekend for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. We believe that Taylor was in Rhode Island with her best friends at her Rhode Island house celebrating her Bachelorette party. And we know Travis was in all over LA and San Diego celebrating his, allegedly, his bachelor party. His brother Jason was in town. Some of his other friends, former teammates, things like that. And they were all over the city. Thursday night, they started out at Bird Street's Club, which is a popular club here in LA. They went to a NASCAR event in San Diego. They went to a concert in LA. Chris Lake had a huge festival. And Travis was on stage blowing bubble wands and singing along and dancing along, vibing out. It looked like he had a really good weekend celebrating his last couple weeks of being a free man.
Do we know anything about Taylor's Bachelorette? I'm sure it was like top secret. You know, there was not a whole lot released. But I mean, if you're having a bunch of girls in a house, you know, I mean, did they call a special police officer to come by with handcuffs? Like, what's happening?
It didn't appear that there was any strippers in town or anything like that. For the,
I wasn't even talking about that, Eric. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Your mind in the gutter
Where
again. Come on, Eric.
Police officers, as far as we've seen. She definitely had a lot of security on the property there. Her friend Abigail, who was in a couple of Taylor Swift songs, she was there, and apparently some children were there as well. So we don't think it got too crazy. Maybe they just went and saw the Toy Story movie low key or something like that. But it seemed a lot chiller than what Travis was doing. It was also a lot shorter. It seemed like Abigail and Taylor's friends arrived Thursday night, and Taylor was there Friday and Saturday mostly.
Wow. Well, and Toy Story is a mega hit. It doesn't
really
hurt that
is.
you have the world's biggest music superstar singing the song.
And who
from
doesn't love
you
know?
Yeah, I knew
popcorn.
it. Yeah.
Which side?
Don't you like popcorn? Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
at
sure,
the
why not?
movies,
Good.
maybe they had popcorn with Toy Story.
So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do with kids there during a bachelor party? I mean, it's kind of your options are limited.
Yeah, right. Okay, so what's the bottom line, Eric? We really think it's this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, there in Rhode Island?
This past weekend, you mean their bachelor and bachelorette party?
No, I mean the actual nuptials.
No, I think that the wedding is going to be still July 3rd and that weekend. Again, but who, we weren't invited. Who the hell knows? You know?
I know, right? Well, I'm thinking
At this point, there's so many changes and Easter eggs and tips and all this, sources we're talking to and everything. Like, I feel like even the people invited don't even know where they're going.
well, and here's a thought too, Eric. Like, she writes some amazing lyrics, right, for her songs. So imagine being her soon-to-be husband. I'm thinking he should use ChatGPT to write his vows. Like, how's he going to match, what she's bringing?
Yeah, I can see her vows being a lot longer than his, for sure. She's definitely going to come up with some word, or maybe she's using this moment to be like, this is what Travis would want in his vows.
Yeah.
Be more in line with that kind of stuff.
Nice.
And maybe he'll buck the stereotypes and he'll go for a 20-minute vow reading or something like that.
All right, Eric. It'll be a fun couple of weeks to watch, that's for sure. We can't wait to find out more about it.
Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Celeste, let's talk soccer.
Let's do it.
Shall we talk soccer?
Let's talk soccer.
Yeah.
There is a soccer academy. You are the best. You just heard Dave say. So there's a soccer academy here in town. It's fairly new. And it's run by Robbie Findlay, who was on the World Cup team, men's cup team in 2010.
Okay.
And he launched, it's called Prodos, and which means progress. And then he has a team called Dynamos. And we profiled them on Friday in the morning show. And then Annalisa, one of our anchors, also had a story with them. And it's really impressive to see what they're doing with young kids here and how they're helping them. And you can actually go to the school. You do soccer in the morning, and then you do school in the afternoon. It's almost like a Montessori. They have entrepreneurship classes, the gardening classes, dance classes with the choreographer from the Mercury and the Suns.
Stand by. Hey, Neil, I'm going to let you roll this because I don't see this particular
Okay, buddy.
shot.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it, Neil.
So this is All about it.
What brings a lot of the kids together is a sport. But it's so much bigger than that when you look at the whole picture. Being able to provide the education piece in a smaller window, and then giving us extra time to be able to be more mastery-based, play-based learning, and what we call is we are the curriculum, as we have a number of academic staff, curators, mentors on the premise. To help, whether it's cooking, whether it's dancing with Wheezy, gardening with Miss B, entrepreneurship, so different things outside of just the core curriculum that we try and provide for the kids. And at the end of the day, we want them to be able to be their best self.
It's a great team. I feel like we're all close, and we work our heart out every day. It's super fun out here, just getting the work in every day and getting better.
How about that, Celeste?
It's pretty cool. And he was, who better to learn the game from than somebody who was on the World Cup team?
I should say so. Oh, that is so cool. That's amazing. Okay, so we should also be talking about your story of the day. Every day I look forward to 6:45 in the morning.
Oh,
and
Ron,
today
thank you
rolled out possibly the number one way to ruin a first date.
Right. So we actually threw this up in the chat, and we've had some great responses.
Oh, yeah?
We're going to read those in just a quick minute.
Okay.
But first, let's go right to the story. So here's the details on this. So there has been a new survey. 73% of people told Talker Research that they believe that the one thing that could really end a first date,
a promising first date,
is a dirty car.
I can believe that.
Yeah,
we're not talking about the outside. We're talking about what's in the back seat
and what it smells like, things like that. So I asked you guys as well. That was 74%. 42% said that a first date motivates when they get a deep cleaning for their car. 42% of people say, I'm going to clean my car if I'm taking somebody on a first date. Let's read some of your comments here this morning as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
A couple of you had some really funny ones. So one of them, Thomas Favela says stinky breath, matted hair. And
matted hair. Come on, guys.
Burger Boy says talking about your ex or mother too much.
Okay.
Christine Carroll says don't take your date to a fast food restaurant. And then this is the last comment here. No socks equals PU.
Oh,
you gotta wear socceroskis. Calcetinas, por favor.
Okay. Hey, one more thing. Neil, I'm going to let you, if you see that graphics 3 in there, we're going to, I'm looking for it. Yeah, that's it. Let's ask AI. So, Celeste.
Yes, sir.
I totally understand where you're coming from with this. I thought this would be a great Let's Ask AI segment. What are the top 5 ways to ruin a first date? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
You go first, my friend.
Okay, here we go. Hello, are you there?
I'm right here. What's on your mind?
What would you say are the top 5 ways to ruin a first date?
Oh, I can think of some classics. First, talking only about yourself. No one likes a monologue. Second, checking your phone constantly like you got somewhere better to be. Third, bringing up exes. Yikes. Fourth, being rude to the waitstaff or others around you. Major red flag. And finally, showing up late without a care in the world. First impressions count.
Okay.
Oh, those are good.
I'm trying to think which one of those would be. Okay, so talking only about yourself. Now, that one, it could take a little while for the other person. Like about 10, 15 minutes in, you're like, am I ever going to get a word in here?
Well, that's not a conversation. You want to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah, you do. You got to connect.
Then you're hoping the waitstaff comes by and asks you how your meal is because you want to interrupt them.
Right. Checking your phone constantly. That one is a good one.
That's no bueno.
And apparently you're not supposed to bring up your ex.
Really?
That's what she said.
Oh, my gosh. I thought that worked.
All right. You want to go for it?
Okay, let's see here.
Let's ask AI.
Hello. How are you?
Hey there. I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing really great. Thank you for asking. I wanted to ask also, what are the top 5 things not to do on a first date?
That's a great question. I think some big ones are probably things like being on your phone too much, talking only about yourself without asking questions, getting too personal or too deep too quickly, being late without a good reason, and maybe skipping good manners, like just being polite and attentive. But of course, it's all about being yourself too.
Oh, those are great ideas. Thank you.
Okay. So we had a couple of additional ones.
Couple of additional ones. One was, I think, and then somebody else in the text also said, don't text. Don't be on your phone constantly texting.
Oh, for sure.
You know? It's like, put your phones down.
And that's not just on a first date. That's when you're just hanging out with anybody in your fam or friends.
Anybody.
They're engaging with you and you're constantly looking down at your phone.
Yeah.
I mean, unless your favorite team is playing and you need a score update. Right?
You're like, hold
Football
on.
season's coming.
It is coming.
Yeah.
But you guys had some great ideas, so thank you for sharing some of your thoughts on that, because the Inferno was a great soccer team. Thank you for the tip on that, Thomas. We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let me see.
Oh my gosh,
here.
Ron, is the hour almost up?
Yeah, it is.
Wow, it's gone by fast this morning.
Yeah. Hey, Neil,
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if you want to run Sotvo 5, the youngster who wrote the letter is, go for it. Let's hear this sound. Wait till you hear this.
Just serving people because I like to serve.
And it's very seldom that we ever get a letter from a younger one of our guests.
Oh, Ron.
I want to get hired, she says.
Oh, sweet.
This is Abby Miller. She loves the Texas Roadhouse, Celeste. And she wrote that she loves their food. And she said, I am a great chef. Why don't you bring me onto your staff?
Oh, she wants a job.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Oh, my goodness. This is a great attitude to have. She's a hard worker.
Look at her. I want to get hired. My name is Abby. It's just
I love your hamburgers.
Yeah.
Oh, so sweet. Abby, you're the best, girl.
Little handwritten notes. It can go a long way. All right,
Yes.
Celeste, we have to clear out of here because Ty and Anita are next.
Yeah, Anita just walked in.
And we're going to have more reporting from Des. I mean, the whole valley is focused on
Oh, my
Buc-ee's,
gosh.
right?
It's 120 gas pumps. I mean, we're pretty excited. So Anita and Ty are coming up next, and we'll see you. I'm going to join Ron at 11:30 today. We'll see you in a little bit.
welcome on in. Happy Monday. We're going to continue things here on Fox 10 Talks at 11 o'clock.
We're going to start with a little bit of breaking news, and we're going to take you right out to the I-10. This is in the westbound lanes, and this is a crash right around Fairway. So you guys can see we are down to about one lane of traffic. This is a crash that, according to Arizona Department of Transportation and DPS, involves a cement mixer and at least 2, if not 3 other vehicles. So you can see a little bit of video there of what exactly is happening. Skyfox over the scene as well. And so DPS has been working this probably for the last hour and a half this morning. There's that cement mixer right now. The cause of the crash is unknown, but again, the extent of injuries or whether there are any injuries is unknown. The difficult part then is getting that cement mixer out of the way. So you could see this is not a situation where you would use just a regular tow truck. They have to bring in these massive cranes. And so that's exactly what Chopper is showing us right now. That cement mixer, if I'm not mistaken, did roll over onto its side. So we're waiting for that information.
And it looks like a ton of debris on the road, too. So you can only imagine if that was wet cement out on the roadway, they're going to have to clear that. You just saw on the other side of that overpass, there was actually one of those trucks. It looks like they were kind of cleaning it up, a street sweeper or something like that, trying to clean up all this debris. So this is obviously going to be a big issue out there. And as you mentioned, obviously causing quite the backup here as only one lane is getting through.
And so keep in mind, this is westbound. So this is as you're heading out of the downtown area past the Buc-ee's, which we're going to be talking about here shortly, because that is just a couple of exits east of that location. So we have a lot of people who are heading to that Buc-ee's opening. That backup right there does stretch 4 miles. So it might actually affect you if you're heading in that direction as well.
All right, you mentioned Buc-ee's. That's our other big story that we are covering for you on this Monday. Desiree has been out there since, 4, I think, o'clock
She went
this
live
morning.
right at 4:30, right at the top of the newscast this morning.
It has been so much fun to see. Des, this has been just wild. I cannot believe the fanfare for Buc-ee's opening in Goodyear.
We're
Good
talking
morning.
about tattoos.
I know, right? Okay, and that woman that we spoke to earlier, she wasn't the only one that we saw today with a Buc-ee's tattoo. So fans of Buc-ee's are truly diehard fans. And look at this, you guys. This is what 74,000 square feet of Buc-ee's space looks like. And then if we step out even further, we do have to be careful because there is traffic coming through. But this is what 120 gas pumps looks like. I mean, this is just insane. So if you come to Buc-ee's and you have a hard time finding a gas pump, I mean, I would be very, very shocked. But yeah, look at, and all the pumps actually are pretty full right now. I mean, some folks had to park at them because when we got here at 4, the parking lot was packed, you guys. And when we ran into these 2 guys here, Preston and Mason, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you guys doing today? And why did you decide to come out to Buc-ee's?
We're really looking forward to it. You know, we just had a workout at the gym, and then we're like, dude, let's get some breakfast. So we got beaver tail and we got beaver nuggets. We seen these online, and we just seen like a lot of people do them. So we got them, and we're just like, we're gonna try them out.
All right, you haven't tried them out yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh, you gotta open those things up. Why did you come out today? Just to check it out?
Yeah, basically, this is only in Texas and Goodyear now, so it's pretty cool just to be out here.
Yeah, to see what it's all about, right?
Yeah, see what it's all about.
Yeah.
See all the square foot inside. It's pretty cool.
You guys, I messed with them earlier. I go, if I do your interview, do I get your car? So is that a deal? We made that deal,
That
right?
is a deal. That is a deal. I like that. Yep.
And walk over here with me, you guys. They didn't get any gas, but are you curious to know how much it costs? Okay, let's see. All right, we come on over. Look at the prices aren't too bad, and that's what Buc-ee's is known for. So they're known for their cheap gas, the beaver nuggets, the brisket, and regular is starting at $3.79. So overall, that's not bad, right, you guys?
Not bad.
Considering.
Yeah, considering. Yep.
Considering the time we're in, right? Yeah. Are you gonna grab anything else today, or just the nuggets?
Just the nuggets and the tail. I think we're good.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. It was nice chatting with you guys. Ty, Anita, do you guys want to go in the store?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let's do it. And while you're heading in there, Des, I saw you were interviewing the creator of Buc-ee's earlier today, and he kind of dropped a little bit of a hint for you.
I know. How lucky are we? So he is eyeing another spot in Arizona for a second location. So that could be really exciting, you guys. This is a hot spot too. The beaver statue. Everybody is stopping to get their picture at him. But look at it, does come with a warning. You got to be careful because, you know, it gets hot in Arizona. That statue is heating up. But look at that. Look at this little Buc-ee's fan. He is just so cute, right?
Oh, one more photo.
Oh
one more
my
photo.
gosh. I know. I just love it. So let's head inside. So there is a main entrance kind of in the center of the building. We're closest to this one here. There is entrances on either end and then that main one in the middle. So when we head in, look at buckets galore, you guys. $3.65.
I need a bucket.
The Buc-ee's bucket.
I need a bucket.
Why? Why do you need a bucket?
I don't know.
I've been asking everybody who's getting a bucket. Why do you need a bucket?
Because unlike food, it won't like disappear. If I had the nuggets, I would eat them. And you know, I feel like a hat or a T-shirt would maybe like get a little bit like dirty with wear and tear.
Okay.
But the bucket, I mean, you just have this bucket.
You can wash your car.
Look at she's got a bucket. What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica, why are you buying the bucket?
Because it's a staple. Like, you have to have a bucket. It's actually for my dad, so a belated Father's Day gift because he couldn't come today with me. So I told him if they had any buckets left, I would get it for him because he likes to garden and do a whole bunch of home improvements. So it's a useful little tool to have.
Okay, that makes sense. So he gardens and he does things around the house. Okay, so the gardening tools could end up in here.
The gardening tools, anything, trash, whatever he likes to have for that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Hey, this beautiful woman is waving at us. You are gorgeous. What's your name?
My name is Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Robert.
Hi, Robert. How are you?
Good.
Oh, thank you. We're talking to Ty and Anita.
Hi, Ty. Hi, Anita.
Hi, good morning.
We watch y'all guys every day.
Hi, thank you.
Every day, you guys. What are you getting? They said thank you.
Put some peanut brittle, pecan peanut brittle, and just a cup. And
yeah, what is this? What are you going to do with that?
Fish fryer.
Oh.
Fish, we love fish.
All right, so me, Ty, Anita, dinner, your house, fish fry?
Oh, we're in.
Absolutely.
We'll bring the beaver nuggets.
We love food. We're in.
Yes, thank you.
I know, right? Thank you. Nice meeting you guys. If you still have time, I'll try and walk you through as quick as we can.
Well,
All
while
right,
you're
so
walking,
you've got all your.
Real quick, I was going to ask you. You've been out there all morning. I didn't get a chance to ask you. Have you put anything in your cart? Anything that caught your eye, Des?
Oh, okay. You know what I actually would like to get? It's right here. It's the Buc-ee Goes to School book.
Oh, that's so cute.
All right, I guess I'm going to get a bucket like everybody else. And I can put this in my bucket because the kids would love this book. But what's really cool, you guys, is the owner's daughter, Catherine Apple, wrote the book.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
That is really cool. All right, add it to your bucket.
Yeah, and then look at add it to the bucket.
Oh, your kids
That's
are
cute
gonna love
too.
that. Yeah.
A little plushie.
So you actually had a chance to try the beaver nuggets.
Yes. Yep. I see some right here.
Oh, stealing from his bag.
Yeah, just take him right out of his basket. Thank you, sir. He's like, what is she doing?
Did you see? He looked at me like, I am going to cut you and steal my nuggets. Here they are.
No, don't do that. He's like,
He's giving back.
We did try those earlier.
Are they worth the calories?
Give them back.
Yeah, give them back.
They are pretty good. They're pretty good, and they're not overly sweet. So I would actually say like caramel popcorn, way sweeter almost than those. So they're actually like more subtle. This area is really cool. We actually didn't even get to explore this side as much. This is kind of more like the home goods items. So like robes, pillows, there's candles, and then guys, there's so much. Hair products, like whatever you need. If you ran out on the road, they have it. It's pretty incredible. How much time do we have? Because I want to play a game with you guys,
30 seconds.
too.
We got about 30 seconds.
Oh no. Okay, I wanted to play two truths and a lie, but I don't think we'll have time.
All right.
Maybe
Well,
next time.
we-
It's okay. But look at, not everything in here is Buc-ee's branded either. So
Oh, there you go.
really cool items though, you guys.
They got a lot of
Anywhere you
stuff.
look.
Yeah.
Good experience. I don't know where to go next.
It's been fun watching you all morning long.
it
You've done a
is.
fantastic job, Des, giving us the full tour.
And Mike too.
And Mike too. And
Great
Mike
job
too.
with all the
Yeah.
live looks.
I
Go
know.
shopping, guys.
I love it. What is that?
Make sure you spray that if you're going to go number, 2 at your friend's house.
The poopery.
Get to it.
Stick
Get
that in your
to
bucket. Stick it in your bucket, Des.
Yeah. Yep. This one too.
Thank you.
Oh, that was fun. Thanks,
We
Des.
will have more from Des at noon.
Mhm.
She's going to give us another look around. We want to get to what you're reading because it's so important to touch base with you guys and talk about what is so fascinating to you. And these are the top web stories that are trending.
And of course, guess what? Buc-ee's is the #1 story on our website right now. A lot of folks very excited about that.
Yeah, people started lining up at like 11:30 last night, some even earlier. The parking lot opened at midnight. The doors opened at 6. They had a big ribbon cutting at 8. They started construction, the groundbreaking, May 14th, 2025.
All right, the second most clicked on story is this story, a sad story. Pregnant mom, infant killed after a driver runs a red light. This happened over the weekend.
Yeah, so a vehicle that the mom was in went into the intersection, and unfortunately she had to give birth at the hospital, and neither the mom or the baby, the newborn baby, survived. So that is under investigation.
And then the third most clicked on story here this morning, suspect electrocuted while trying to tamper with a Mesa Utilities substation. This is all according to police. All right, this is a new thing we're going to be doing every morning here. If I can find it, graphics 4, if you can pull that up for me. We're going to do what year was it? So
Okay.
we don't know what this is.
This is kind of like the mystery camp.
Yeah.
And we need you at home to play along.
So guess,
Help
put it in your
us.
chat. It's coming up. Hold on.
3,
Any second.
2.
It's supposed to be graphics 4, but I don't have access to graphics
We
4,
don't
you
have
guys.
graphics 4, Dave.
Hold on, it's
Okay.
coming. Here it's coming.
Okay.
Okay. What year was it the Rubik's Cube was invented?
Oh, do you want to guess now?
Yeah, let's guess.
1979.
I was going to go 74.
Oh, I initially wanted to say 3, but then I don't know. Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
that's
you
a
at
good
home.
question. All right, put in your guesses right
Please,
now.
guesses.
After the break, we will have the answer to when the Rubik's Cube was invented. Much more Fox 10 Talks at 11 coming up after this 2-minute break. Stay with us.
Okay, welcome back. And the question is, what year was this? So we need an answer. What year was the Rubik's Cube invented? We have a couple of really, really great guesses. Let's say Louis Gonzalez says 1977. We have another guess for 1974. And then Linda says, hubby says 75. She says 79. I don't remember what I said. I think
you said 76 or something.
She said 79.
I said 79. You said 74. Drum roll, please, with the big reveal.
1974.
Did you cheat?
No, I swear I did not cheat.
Okay, so
and you pulled up some info.
I
about
did. The Rubik's Cube was invented, in fact, in 1974 by a Hungarian sculptor. The first one, if you guys Google it, it's fascinating, was made out of wood. It was really neat. So his name is Erno Rubik.
Oh, okay,
and then
Mr. Rubik.
A year later, he patented the mechanism used in his 3D cube, and it was known as the Magic Cube. So then it became more popular in Hungary, and then in 1980 is when they switched it over to like the colors and the stickers. I would like a show of hands, please, you at home. How many people, as a child, peeled off the stickers
to cheat
to help themselves solve this puzzle? My cousins taught me how to do that.
I have never. Listen, those people that do those like
or
that
maybe
can
they
like.
did and I didn't, but it's fascinating.
There's no way in a million years I'd ever be
I
able
don't
to do
have that kind of mind.
100% same.
Yeah, so we're going to do this every single day, and we would love for you to play along, and we'll do it at the end of the first block where we do the question, and we'll reveal the answer.
And someone says they Googled it. Don't Google it.
Don't Google. We need you guys to be fair, just like you can't Google the camera.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a fun one. All right. We're going to move on.
Okay.
We work the morning show. We've worked the morning show for a very long time, which means we get very little
sleep. Last night, I couldn't fall asleep.
So we're going to talk about sleep, how to get better sleep, why it's detrimental if you don't get enough sleep.
It's possible to get better sleep.
Right.
I don't believe it.
We have Mona. Oops, wrong.
Hi, that's me.
There's Mona.
There's Mona.
Hi, Mona.
Hello. Good morning.
How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Did you sleep last night?
I did, actually. I did.
You take your own advice.
I was on vacation, so I was sleeping in hotel rooms for the last week. So last night was the first night we were back and at home.
That's why
slept great.
Yeah.
That's why you slept.
That's why.
And sometimes I feel like in a hotel, you crank that AC down because guess what? You're not really paying for it,
I
right?
know. Oh, I cranked it.
At home, you're paying for it.
I cranked it, yeah.
And you sleep well in hotels?
If you crank the AC down.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
Really?
Because it's not my bed. Well, I don't sleep well in my bed, but I also don't.
She doesn't sleep well anywhere, I guess.
Man, it's been a
we'll
struggle.
Have to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. And if at home you have any questions, please let us know because we'll try to get them answered for you.
Yeah. So, Mona, obviously, sleep is huge.
Absolutely.
But not enough people are getting enough sleep.
Absolutely.
Or quality sleep.
Right. I think it's more of the quality, not necessarily quantity. So one of the key measures that I talk about a lot with my own clients is that it's about waking up on a consistent level and at a consistent time, which is a little bit more feasible than telling you need to go to bed by this time, be very regimented, have this type of quantity of hours of sleep, because the new research is showing that it's about the wake up time that is more consistent that will actually help you a lot more because you're training your circadian rhythm a lot better to be more consistent.
Can you change that circadian rhythm? Because I always was under the impression that it doesn't matter what time you go to sleep, that happens at a specific time.
It does.
What is that even?
Exactly. So when you are training your circadian rhythm, you're kind of actually starting that in the morning. So it's a reset from the AM. And that's why having a consistent wake up time even on the weekends is going to be ideal for you all because you're doing morning show. Sure. Having that consistent AM wake up time is going to be very consistent with even on the weekends when you're not on the show, how much quality you're getting. 7 to 9 hours is the most ideal. Getting sunlight within 60 minutes of you waking up is going to be...
See, that's impossible for both of us.
Okay, so if that is the case, then you can get what is called it's like a circadian lumen light, and you can just stare at that for about 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes in the morning while you're brushing brushing your teeth. I tell my clients while you're brushing your teeth, you're listening to music or a podcast. That can help you reset in the morning if you're not able to head out on your patio or do any of that. The other key is not getting coffee right when you wake up.
Yeah, good luck.
That is a big thing, and I know, because the issue is you already have cortisol pumping in for about 30 to 60 minutes when you first wake up. You don't need the coffee. We've kind of entrained ourselves to think that, but it's not going to boost you at all. If you can wait about 90 or so, 60 to 90 minutes, that's more ideal from your wake up time. I know.
That's a tough one.
It's tough.
So my cortisol, for example, because that's what I'm struggling with, mine gets very, very high at night, which is what we think is keeping me awake.
Right.
And so I'm really struggling to get it down. And I don't know if that helps me in the morning, but you can definitely feel when it's spiking, when it isn't spiking. But that's a really tough one because you're trying to figure out how to turn it all off.
It is. So do you have like a nighttime routine of a kind of a veg time? So it's not a hard stop. It's something that you have to develop, and it's not. So if you're thinking of like you're a marathon runner, you're sprinting, you can't stop at the finish line. You need to have like a cool down period, right? That could be an hour or more for you just to kind of get everything wound down. If you need melatonin, if you need supplementation or something like that to help you get some support, especially with you implementing that with the AM routines, that is going to be very consistent for you.
Go ahead.
You mentioned supplements.
I just wrote that down.
What do you recommend people take? Because I've heard melatonin. I've heard that can actually disrupt hormones.
It can.
And so a lot of doctors are now saying, don't take it.
Right.
What do you recommend for people, and at what level? How do you know how much to take?
So that one is a give or take. Unfortunately, you could be somebody that could do really well on 1 milligram of melatonin, or you need 10. So, and melatonin is really set for people that need it every so often. It's not meant to be something that is like an everyday. So I would recommend people taking it after a trip or during a trip to kind of regulate, get you back on a different, your cycle. Other supplements are more of like herbal teas, thinking of chamomile, stuff that is going to really help regulate you in that sense. I'm not really a proponent of a lot of other things just for the general public, because I also don't want to overgeneralize, and then there's a lot of impact with your medications, other things that can happen.
We have a comment from Linda saying dark room temp or warm water when you first wake up.
Oh, I love room temperature water. Room temperature water helps to regulate your GI system, and that will help you with getting ready for your day as well.
So even before coffee?
Before coffee, actually, water is the most ideal because you are getting dehydrated through the course of the evening, and water is your hydration for upon waking up.
Linda also had another question. What can you do to help you fall back asleep when you can't, or maybe you wake up?
Oh, yes. That is big, and that is actually very consistent with a lot of people that have high cortisol levels. Between 1 and 3 a.m. is a huge wake-up time for people. What you try to do is, what we do on a long-term basis is someone is struggling really bad is called cognitive behavioral therapy with insomnia, for insomnia, CBTI. But if you're noticing you're waking up frequently, you do breathing. So it's kind of like a box breathing. You inhale for 4 seconds, you pause for 4 seconds, and then you do a deep exhale for 6 to 8 seconds. So it's a little bit of a difference in box breathing because your exhale is a lot longer. And if you could do that for about 10 to 15 rounds, I know it seems like a lot, but that will help regulate your nervous system to get you back into sleep.
Ron, who told me that what he does, and I don't think he would mind sharing this, he's one of our other morning walkers.
Yeah.
He says that he tries to force himself to keep his eyes open. Because when you're laying there and you're really tired and you're like, I'm just...
a dry eye.
Well, but I think I see what he's saying, because it's like if you're sitting there doing that, then you're almost like taking your mind off of the fact that you're not sleeping. Everyone has a tip or trick.
I think everybody has a tip or trick. I think what works for you is what works for you. If that's what works for him to get him back to sleep, I know that the biggest thing is do not turn any lights on. If you need to urinate, you can, but if it's something where you're like, if I need to urinate right now, I might as well because I'm up, or versus I really need to go, because the latter is something that you can do. It's not going to disrupt your sleep. The former is going to disrupt it because you're kind of active, you're getting up, you're making yourself wake up. No screens, no electronics, don't reach for anything. Try to get yourself back into a regulated state.
Mona, we've got about a minute left, but how can folks find you, get more information?
Sure. I'm across all of the social media platforms, and my website is monaaminiMD.com. That's where they can find out more about my practice and the other things that I do.
By the way, Mona, you have a very soft, soothing voice. I was
maybe,
like, if you maybe just talk to me.
She probably has some sleep tapes. Realistically, quickly, how long would it take someone to get into a good routine where they can sleep?
I always tell people it takes at least 60 days or more.
Okay.
Because any habit you must do for at least 2 months.
Awesome.
Consistently.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll
Thank you
put
for
all that
having
info
me.
up. Appreciate it. Do you want to take one more quick look at the I-10 before we go into
Sure,
what we're
we can
looking
do that real
at?
quick.
Okay, so this is in the clearing stages. Then we've got a cement truck involved in a crash on the I-10. This is westbound as you're heading out of the downtown area, and so this is our Cameron Fairway. They have some big cranes out there, so they're trying to lift that cement truck up on the back of the bed. You're going to get by in that HOV lane. Backup stretches for miles, probably all the way to Buc-ee's, if not more.
All right, so we'll watch this as we head into the noon news as well. All right, let's do a new segment. We're going to do what we're looking ahead for tomorrow. So this is what's happening tomorrow. There's going to be some primaries that are going to be held in Utah, Maryland, and New York. So we'll be watching to see what happens with those.
Yeah, we have the NBA draft. That's going to be held in Brooklyn, and that's pretty exciting because even though, we're still looking ahead to football season and the Knicks just won, we are talking about top prospects, the latest mock draft, and of course, the draft order.
Okay, and then the Bureau of Labor releases unemployment numbers for tomorrow as well. And then locally, it's 623 Day, celebrating the area code in Glendale. They're going to have all sorts of fun activities.
We'll have that live in the early shows, too.
We will. And we should mention real quick that Lionel Messi becomes the all-time top scorer. So that's exciting, too.
Yeah, maybe we'll have more at noon. We'll see you back here in a little bit, guys.
11:30, and the fun continues on Fox 10 Talks. So, Celeste.
Yes.
We have this picture of downtown Phoenix. I believe you're familiar with it.
Okay.
This is not the mystery cam, but it's, remember, we have Dean's Choice. Dean scans all the cameras every day, and I have to say, to me, I would love to spend a lot more time in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
And
those
maybe
Tennessee mountains are beautiful.
Not just that, Maron, but maybe you walk into that building and you say, hey, is this like the mayor's office, or is this like a museum? Like,
Right.
you know.
What is it, a prototype for our lunar station?
Yeah, what is
Something
this
along
thing?
those lines? Wow.
It is very,
Yeah.
it is very much an architectural masterpiece, I think.
If they would just pan the camera slightly over to the left, the most different or unique of all the Civil War battles was held just to the left of that camera lens, called the Battle Above the Clouds.
Oh.
And it was Confederate forces versus Union forces fighting up in the hills, again, just to the left. And it was a cloudy November day, and nobody knew who won. But they could hear the fighting going on up in the clouds.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it's really, pretty remarkable.
So the clouds, because the fighting was taking place up in the hills.
Yes. And so when you get up to the top, and then if you kind of loop back down into the next valley, then you're at Chickamauga.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, that was one of the biggest battles of the entire Civil War. But see what happens when you get a history nerd. 2 hours every day to just ad-lib about stuff. Chattanooga's amazing. Battle Above the Clouds, worth reading about, and the Chickamauga campaign as well. So, anyway, anything new with you? I feel like I haven't seen you in 5 minutes.
Well, I just had my chia Greek yogurt with wild blueberries, my little breakfast snack.
Really? Okay. I had, and I'm not trying to brag here.
So let me know if I have chia in my teeth.
Okay. I had a signature select
Do I have
salad.
Do I have a chia?
No, you don't have anything
Okay, good.
in your
Thank
teeth
you.
either. Anyway, I had a signature select salad, Celeste. Have you ever
I have
been
not.
to a Safeway store and had their store brand salads?
I have not, but they look delicious, and they're usually on sale 3 for $10 or something like
Well,
that.
here's the thing. This guy right here, Dave, Big Dave, he walked in. Yeah, he walked in the other day with some store brand salads, and I thought I like the sound of that, and so I've been bringing in store brand salad. Have you tried the Signature Select, Dave? Yes or no?
Yes, they're very good.
What's your favorite? Is it like a Caesar or a Cobb or
No,
like a
you
Thai chicken?
Got to go
or-
with the Santa Fe, Dave. Don't you think? That's what I had. That's
I was
what
going to
just
say
had
the
for
Santa Fe
lunch.
chicken.
It's got corn, right?
Where
It's
else
got
can
corn.
you get a $3 salad? Come on.
It's got
Salads
like
are 10,
corn
12
and
bucks now.
Maybe tortilla chips, those little tortilla things.
There you go.
know.
That's today's consumer alert.
We're helping you make sure that you're well fed midday.
Let's do this. I mean, you can make your choices on what you want to have, but if brisket is your thing, ladies and gentlemen,
With eggs.
you might want to check out Buc-ee's. Des has been having an amazing
She's
time
been doing
today.
a great time.
I believe you're going to see, in case you weren't with us live at 6 a.m., this is what it looked like when they first opened the doors. Watch this now.
I've secured the nuggets, you guys. Look at this. I had to grab a bag before this crowd takes them all. Oh my gosh, and here they are. They've got their buckets. They've got their carts. They are ready to
Yeah,
shop.
this is great.
Look at this, you guys. Customers are flooding in from both doors here this morning. Richard, what did you get?
For my wife, the beaver nuggets.
14 hours in line for the beaver
hours.
nuggets. I've never had a beaver nugget.
Hey, now's your time.
Shall we?
We shall.
We should open these babies up. Ready?
I'm ready.
How delicious are they?
Let's go.
Oh my.
They're magical.
They're so good.
Oh, no. Thank you.
What else did you get? Just the nuggets?
I'm going to go get a lot more.
Okay.
I started with this so I could have the first purchase ever at Buc-ee's.
Guys, why did you buy the bucket?
First paying customer in Arizona right here.
Yes, sir. All right. Look, here are the brisket tacos. What are you waiting in line for?
Oh, you've got to go after the beef burrito. This thing is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Totally worth it.
I
just came from Russia, and I'm just like learning about American culture. It's great.
You came from Russia for the opening of Buc-ee's?
I mean, I came and my friends are saying there's this cool place, and I just came here. America looks so fun. God bless America.
What do you think? This is incredible. And I thought you were just the Buc-ee's cheerleader. He welcomed all of those folks at 6 a.m., you guys, when the doors opened. But a cheerleader by night and a brisket connoisseur by day. This is such a big day. You have to be so excited. How are you feeling?
Just overwhelmed. I mean, my cup's just running over.
Yeah. This is the first location in Arizona, and when you see hundreds and hundreds of people camping out as early as, they were here at 7 o'clock last night, it's just got to make you feel pretty good, right?
It's surreal, isn't it? I mean, it's just incredible. People are camping out all night, and they're still here, so it's surreal. So it exceeded anything I expected this opening.
I've secured a beaver. That's about it, you guys. These folks are looking to grab their favorite picks. The doors are now open.
Well, Des deserves some kind of an award. Her coverage has been so on point all morning.
Yeah, that was really cool. She was there from before the doors opened all the way through and through the top of the 11 o'clock hour. She's had quite the day. It was really interesting too to hear the owner, the CEO. You just saw him there in like kind of the cowboy hat at the end. I think Dave's mic is open, James.
Yeah.
I think so we can hear him.
Yeah.
There you go.
But we can. What he said was that there's a potential for another Buc-ee's to come off the I-17.
Wow.
He mentioned that this morning. And you think about
I wonder where.
And if we want to bring Trenton in now, Trenton, you worked in Houston, lived there for a while, buddy, and you said sometimes Buc-ee's was date night.
Indeed, it's a Texas institution, I think. You have nowhere else to go, you're going to Buc-ee's.
Was the very first Buc-ee's there in Texas?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which
little
one?
outside of Austin.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is remarkable, though, every time I see the story with people are just like, why is everybody so obsessed with a gas station? In fact, I tell this story a lot with my wife. We were just traveling across the country, coming back, going past Dallas and trying to get to Houston. To end the night, we'd be on the road for like 12 hours. And I'm like, honey, we've got to go to Buc-ee's. Yeah. She's like, I'm not pulling over to go to a gas station. We went. It was a life-changing experience. After that, she's always loved Buc-ee's.
And I think, with all of the negative in the world, I think a lot of people are like, because we had somebody walk in the studio this morning and go, what's the big deal with Buc-ee's? Like, it's just a gas station. And I said, I know we're probably going to see that on social media as well, and on our website and Facebook. But with all the negative in the world, sometimes something like this that brings you and your wife a little bit closer, brings other people maybe a little cheer with a good brisket and egg taco for breakfast. We want to highlight that stuff too.
It's more of a philosophy.
Yeah.
It's the best of America, the best of Texas.
We wanted to bring Trenton on here. I want to get to this before we are up against our break here, Trenton. This story about the purse snatching that went horribly, horribly long, you've been kind of digging into it. What have you learned?
Really a terrible case, Ron. So this actually starts a week prior on Saturday, June 13th, with another victim who just went to a bank with her husband. She was actually returning home. And
so this is the first one?
The first victim,
okay.
yes. It was an elderly woman who was living in the West Valley in Glendale. And as she was arriving home, she said she noticed a red Lexus that had also left the bank with her. She had taken out a large sum of cash, about $5,000, in addition to other credit cards. And she noticed the same vehicle followed her all the way home. She got out of her vehicle, and that's when the guy came to try to do some small talk, complimenting her, I guess, on a hat, whatever. And she said she was
her house?
At her house in her driveway. She was pretty nervous about it, tried to get back in the vehicle. And that's when this guy opened up the car door on the passenger side, stole her purse, and was looking at her kind of slyly as he was doing it. Really unnerved her as it happened. She immediately reported it to police, who investigated it. were able to match the vehicle as it left the bank parking lot to a specific person. And then,
is this the guy that now is under arrest in the second case?
Well, yes, it was actually his father that was named in the license plate. It was actually his plate that was on this Lexus car. But then we flash forward to Friday, where we had the suspect Ali Hachami, and this is where things took a really dark turn.
This is Hachami here.
Right, in court. So an elderly couple had just visited a Fry's and were going to look at a home in the West Valley to potentially purchase it. And as they were in the driveway, Hachami came, pulled up to him and said, "Hey, you lost your key at the grocery store." And to kind of distract them and in the confusion, tried to take this woman's purse. She fought back. There was a struggle that happened. He got in a vehicle trying to drive away, and as he did that, this poor woman was dragged underneath the vehicle, and the injuries, they said, head to toe, the wheels went over her. She was killed, and her husband was left there with his wife dead. Yes.
We're almost out of time. Do you have some sound here?
Yes, we can play this real quick from prosecutors.
Oh, no. Sorry, here we go.
The defendant is an extreme danger to the community. He engaged in a string of robberies, 2 at least, where he preyed upon elderly victims.
Oh, again, it's just so tragic. But again, this bank jugging, kind of tracking people who were distracted, following them. I think the larger lesson here is just you see somebody that's suspicious, certainly following you from one destination to another. Don't go home. That's where they feel like you're going to be the most distracted, the most vulnerable. Go to a police station. Call 911.
To the police station.
Correct.
Exactly.
Don't leave your vehicle.
Well, because then they know where you live.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And they're looking for those moments that you're trying to do something, fiddling with your keys.
And
that's when they strike.
Don't get $5,000 out of an ATM. Figure out a different way.
Yes.
To do it. Okay.
The bank can help you.
I didn't even know you could get that much money out of an ATM.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Trenton's digging into that. We have not heard the last
Thank
of
you,
that
Trenton.
story.
Good to see you, buddy.
Celeste, it's Mystery Cam time.
Yes, it is. Take a good look. We'll be right back.
Well, Celeste, sure enough, we're getting a few guesses.
Yes,
or are
we are.
I'm just looking up here.
I think a lot of people are talking about food. Like Burger Boy says, tonight's dinner menu is baked chicken and veggies.
Nice.
Louis says pork steak with fried eggs. So we've got a lot of different ideas. What are your thoughts, Ron?
Well, I'm with Jared of Sonora. He's probably going to go with Domino's.
I'm with Mr. Pavoline. He says, I'm on Glendale. There's a Pete's Fish and Chips. So I'm going to go with that.
Pete's,
yeah.
sure.
So what do you think about this mystery camera, my friend?
I think with a big old river like that, I guess I'm going to go sort of somewhere in the Midwest. I'll go Minnesota.
All right. And then as you were saying Midwest, we got a nod from
I say Louisville.
from John here. John, yeah.
John Netzel joins. John,
Yeah,
what do you
John,
think?
I'm going to say,
Louisville?
yeah.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to go, I don't know, like a Georgia.
Okay, we got a Georgia, a Kentucky, and a Minnesota.
And it is Bay City, Michigan.
Boy,
Okay.
batting
off.
zero. Wow.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Anyhow, we are bringing John Netzel on. Celeste, John came to me a couple of years ago and said, I got now that we're doing all this streaming stuff, I got an idea for a show.
Yeah.
And it has really become, I think, really popular. At first, we had 100 views, then 200. Now, there's some episodes we're getting thousands and thousands of views on the Great American Story.
Well, I think it's because you guys have great guests, like the man who authored this book.
Yeah.
And tell us more about this author and kind of as we're talking about the show.
So we're on a 10-episode countdown. The last 10 weeks we've been doing the top 10 events in American history up until the 250th.
People are out there with lists of like the top 250 events, but we didn't want to do 250 episodes.
It's very subjective too.
Yeah,
So
right.
what is top 10 for me may not be top 10 for you or whatever. But Ron and I put our heads together and came up with it. We've got an episode that's coming out Wednesday that we were really fortunate to have Eric Metaxas, who just wrote a book, Revolution.
Hold that up here,
This
Johnny.
is a 600-pager, and this one it's already been #1 on Amazon. It's #1 Publishers Weekly.
Did you read the whole thing?
I haven't finished it yet. I'm a slow reader.
Me
but
too, yeah.
This book is phonamenal.
Yeah.
It really is. And Metaxas has written 50 books.
Yeah.
I mean, he's written everything about Dietrich Bonhoeffer. That's really kind of where that went #1. Martin Luther, William Wilberforce. He's written 30 children's books. So he came in. We had a great time talking with him for 45 minutes, Ron.
That's the thing, John, is because we're both history nerds.
Yeah.
And he is, his quote was, before I even started this book, I read and read like a lunatic.
Yeah.
He's
Did a lot
trying to
of
bring all the sources, all the stories in and try to figure out how to tell it in a 600-page book. But 30 minutes is the max. That's our rule, and it allows us on a streaming platform. You can go watch a lot of these episodes on YouTube or the Fox Local app. But at the end of 30, he said, I'll keep going.
Yeah.
If you guys want, I'll just keep going.
Well, the interesting thing, I remember when you came to me and you were like, hey, do you know this guy? And we were chatting in your office about something else. And hey, this guy, he's going to come on the show. And I was like, oh, yeah, I've read the Bonhoeffer book. My girlfriend told me about it. But then I did a deeper dive, and he's written Amazing Grace, Martin Luther, Letter to the American Church. And he's really well known. What was that like to have him on the show?
Oh, it was, for me, because I followed his work for many years. And I mean, I read Bonhoeffer probably 10 years ago. And to me, it was like, I mean, I'm a nerd, a history nerd, and I mean, having a literary, expert like that, genius, was really for me was like having a star on. Really, I was kind of starstruck, and but he could have been nicer.
Let's do this. Here is the preview. We might call this the preview of coming attractions.
This is episode 2.
Okay. Oh. Nope. So I am looking for SOT 3 Great American Story, James. We're having button problems today. SOT 3 Great American Story intro. Go for it, James. minutes. 2.5 centuries of an unprecedented grand experiment. One great American story. As our countdown to the 4th of July continues, we arrive at number 2, George Washington and the Revolutionary War. A Virginia planter who stepped into command of a ragged militia, facing down the most powerful empire on earth, just as the ground began to give way beneath the feet of 13 divided colonies. Years before the first shots were fired, an ideological and cultural earthquake was already underway. It was what John Adams called the revolution before the revolution, a decade-long battle of ideas and faith and fierce resistance against a corruption that took place in courtrooms and pulpits and city streets. On this episode, we separate the myths from the breathtaking reality with acclaimed author Eric Metaxas, diving into his new book, Revolution, the birth of the greatest nation in the history of the world. Meticulously researched with rare historical details, Revolution traces our nation's founding as well as the complexities of a leader who carried the burden of a country's future on his shoulders. We look at the man who navigated military catastrophe, launched a desperate Christmas gamble across the icy Delaware, and unified a nation through raw courage and unyielding faith. A ragtag army and their chosen commander didn't just break the chains of an empire, they gave birth to a new world, the birth of a nation, the indispensable general, and the fight for the soul of America. This is the great American story. I feel like that's something you could have seen at Disneyland.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, John, you're putting together some great stuff here.
Yeah. Your work, my friend, is pretty amazing.
Well,
I mean,
it's a
Ron,
team
your
effort.
voice
Yes.
sounds incredible, but like you created the graphics.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's really
Well, AI.
and the music. Well, here's the thing: is that AI needs us to manipulate it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what use is it?
Well, I mean, this is a special time in America.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we're 250 years. This is to be alive during this time is really special. So let's celebrate it. Right?
What is this next sound you brought?
This is this is Eric talking about George Washington, which he gives a really nice treatment of George Washington in here, and really insightful and full of detail. That's one of the things about this book is it's so detailed, and where he got his details, it just blows me away. But yeah, this is him talking during the break about George Washington and the treatment that Eric gives to George Washington. Let's talk a little bit about that, about the man he was. And
I mean, honestly, there's certain people in history you just go, where did he come from? What a giant of a man. And I don't mean just physically. He was just an astonishing human being. What's so interesting to me is that he was not the best general. They could have chosen generals that had more experience. They were better generals. But they chose him, and I believe God chose him, because he was a man of unbelievable, almost unbelievable character. Like you're in awe of him at certain points. But the two guys, General Horatio Gates and General Charles Lee, who were, on paper better than he was, they were both gunning for his job. They were both undermining him behind the scenes. And so you see that and you just go, these are a couple of bums. They're trying to undermine George Washington. I mean, I get into it there, but both of them, at the end of the book, you see they get this radical comeuppance, which, again, if you're writing the screenplay, people say that's too on the nose, but both of them are kind of humiliated in a way. Because they didn't have the wisdom to understand that's the guy, follow that guy. He's the man who's leading us in a way that, we're not capable of.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It reminds me of that story, a couple of them in the Bible, where Moses was chosen and they say he had a stutter. He wasn't like the most qualified, but God chose him. Yeah. David was chosen. He was a small guy, but fought Goliath. He was small, but God recognized his heart.
It's funny you bring that up because Eric really, he drew a comparison of the revolution to the the Exodus out of Egypt and the covenant that they made with God, and how freedom and how liberty parallels that, and how it goes back to the Sinai covenant and it goes back to the Reformation.
Oh, interesting.
So he really draws on the faith of our founding fathers and how that just directed them, and how to them it was a sacred cause. It truly was a sacred cause what they were doing. And I've learned so much. I'm maybe halfway through this book, and I've learned so much just that I didn't know. I mean, just little things. And really, he highlights a couple. John Adams is really, he's the guy. Like he is the him. And also learned a lot about like John Hancock, for instance. John Hancock was this. He really butted heads with the British, and they took his ships. He was a merchant, and he had ships, and they took his ships, and they basically said, we're taking these, and he came up with creative ways to like go against the government, and he was just a wily guy.
Wow,
and
sounds
really
like
interesting
sounds
stuff.
like a great read.
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
So when will this episode drop? And again, people can watch it on the Fox Local app.
They can.
And on YouTube.
They can.
At any time.
Dave, I think we're looking at Wednesday, right, for number 2 to drop?
Did you send it to me?
I'll send it to you today. So Wednesday on that, then it'll drop on YouTube YouTube on the weekend, and then you'll also be able to see it on Fox 10, because we're going to air these on broadcast as well.
Nice.
Starting tonight.
Wonderful.
Actually. So
Congratulations
we're going to count
to both
down.
of you. That's
yeah.
exciting.
Thank you.
7:30 on Fox 10 Extra, which is where we are right now, and then 10:30 tonight on regular Fox 10.
Yeah, right
And
after the news.
We're going to keep airing these episodes to get everybody ready, Johnny, for America
Absolutely.
250.
Yeah,
All right,
it's going to be
good work.
great. Yeah.
So great. Okay, John.
Thank you.
And you can watch all the other episodes right now.
They're
on the
there.
Fox Local
Absolutely,
app,
they're
the whole
there.
Countdown.
Yeah.
You can stream and binge. How about that?
Pick up Revolution.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, Johnny. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Ty and Anita, they are getting ready to make their way up. Actually, they're going to kick us out of the chairs. Ron, hurry up. Ron, hurry up.
Go.
Here comes Ty. That's so
back in. It's noon, and we have a special edition of Fox News Talk at noon.
We do indeed. We're going to begin with that breaking news that we were following for you at 11 o'clock. Bad accident right there on the 10.
Yeah, this is in the westbound lanes. We have a live look for you, and we have some video from earlier as well. So it looks like traffic is starting to move, which is really good news. We had a cement truck 4-vehicle collision on the I-10 westbound at Fairway, including that overturned cement mixer. This is right in the heart of it, and you see right where that cement truck was. The problem in this situation, Ty, is you can't just simply move it out of the way. Number one, it spilled concrete or cement everywhere, but number two, they needed to bring in these huge cranes essentially to lift it up, right, and then to get it out of the way. So they're in the clearing stages right now. We're also working to see what caused it and if there were any types of injuries.
Yeah, so there's new images that AJOT just sent us, so you can kind of get a better idea and the extent of the accident that happened right there underneath that underpass. That vehicle basically rolled over. But I'm going to take that live look one more time so you can see that it is in the clearing stages, which is good news. And it looks like maybe the majority of those lanes are now back open there on the I-10. So some good news.
We were down to that HOV lane earlier today, and this happened just about 2 hours ago. So ADOT and the crews out there doing as much as they could quickly to get this cleaned up for you guys. So we'll keep you posted and have a little bit more information as to what happened.
All right, the other big story that we were following for you on this Monday, we have I'm trying to think of like a good alliteration. A Buc-ee's Bonanza.
But that's what I was just going to say. Buc-ee's Bonanza.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that.
Buc-ee's Bonanza.
Buc-ee's Bonanza is better. They wanted me to say Beaver Fever. But
and you did. They got you to say it.
But you know what? I think that Buc-ee's Bonanza is a little bit better.
You know, that's the mascot. And Desiree earlier was interviewing the owner who said he had a golden retriever named Buck, and his nickname was Beaver, or
something
the other
like
way
that.
around.
Someone was named Beaver.
And so he said, I might as well just stick with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I was just blown away by how many people. They opened up the parking lot, at midnight?
Midnight.
Last
the parking
night.
lot opened. Well, first of all, when it got really busy, you had to go through a 6.5 mile flow, a traffic route they called
just to get in.
Down towards the stadium, the baseball stadium, and then back up to the parking lot. And then, so the parking lot opened at midnight. I saw people posting about waiting as early as 7 o'clock last night, 11:30. Doors opened at 6 a.m., which was wild.
Pandemonium.
Wild. I actually had a little bit of FOMO because I thought that looks like fun.
You know what it reminded me of? Black Friday.
Yes,
remember back in the day?
Yes,
back in the day, Black Friday.
Crystal said that. Like, that's when people really waited all night long.
Get those doorbusters.
They opened at midnight, and that's when you got the good deals. And then they had a ribbon cutting. It was a little after 8 o'clock. They ran a little late.
But they had all the folks from Buc-ee's. They had the Buckeye mayor out there. They even had the governor out there. So this is a big deal happening over in Buckeye.
We had Desiree Fluellen out there, and so she brings us a little bit of her report and what she saw.
Take a look.
Hey, you guys, we are inside Buc-ee's. Look at that. The cleanest restrooms in America are right there, right next to the world-famous jerky wall. And, Jim, you have come all the way from Australia.
19 hours, willing to circumnavigate the globe for Buc-ee's, and we got all the loot in here, and hopefully Buc-ee's will come to Australia soon.
Well, hang on. Let's go through the gold. What did you get here?
This is all trash for the co-workers, but for me, we got the ground, I don't know what it's called, but they didn't have what I wanted, but I haven't had this before, so it looks amazing. The beast burrito, it's the way to go.
We're hearing the breakfast burritos are some of the best. Have you had the brisket?
They're pretty good. I give it like at least 10 out of 10 Buc-ee's.
Why are you such a fan? What is your favorite Buc-ee's grab?
I have a cult-like personality. I'm just here for the vibes, you know.
And you're here with a coworker who's a pretty big fan too.
Hi. Yes, big Buc-ee fan, tattooed on my leg.
Let's see it. We gotta see it. Look at the tattoo.
Got breakfast. I said brisket taco. We got the brisket taco. We're going to go get some t-shirts, and then we're going to run away because this place is insane.
Yes, I'm not going to hold you up anymore, you guys. Good luck. Everything is flying off the shelves, you guys. They got to go secure their grabs. So the 56th Buc-ee's location, the first in Arizona, is now officially open here in Goodyear. We'll send it back to you.
Oh, how fun is that?
Did you hear people had tattoos? Buc-ee tattoos?
Yeah, that is a commitment.
a lifelong commitment.
I mean, you can get them removed, but that also hurts.
It really hurts.
That's more painful than the tattoo, I heard.
Probably.
I heard.
But they literally have everything. I mean, it was kind of wild that she was walking through. They had swimming suits, which I've never in a million years think that they would have Buc-ee swim suits.
I have to say that I did like the bucket.
Mhm.
I hope that they continue to have the bucket.
I think they were only like less than $4 too.
Yeah, $3.69.
Yeah.
I will eventually go down there just to check it out.
Mhm.
And I will get a bucket.
But you got to wait maybe till the crowd's thin. So maybe another
Yeah.
week or two.
Yeah.
When maybe the novelty is worn off, then you can head down there and it's not going to be kind of as crazy.
So if you are heading out there, though, we want to talk a little bit about traffic. This is our live camera at I-10 and Bullard Avenue. And so this is where you're going to have to exit if you are heading out to the Buc-ee's. So it's not as simple as you think, though. You're not just going to be able to pull over and pull right into the parking lot. We have this, what they call a 6.5-mile traffic route. So we were talking about that. You're going to drive all the way down to the ballpark. You're going to actually physically go around the ballpark, like almost at Estrella Parkway, and then back up Bullard Avenue past Yuma Road, all the way back into the Buc-ee's. So this traffic route is going to continue on until the traffic calms a little bit, is how they described it. That right there, that little blue square, that's where the Buc-ee's is located. So you guys, both the northbound, southbound, it doesn't matter which direction you're exiting from, you're going to be taking that traffic alternate route.
All right. And hopefully that traffic starts to calm, right?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. A serious story we're talking about. 2 tragic drowning events happening over the weekend. It's obviously prompting that pool safety talk. We say this every single summer, and unfortunately, we see it all too often.
Yeah, it's watch your kids around water, and it really isn't just summertime. Summertime, obviously, we use the swimming pool a little bit more than we would in the wintertime, but this in Arizona is a danger and a concern that we have year-round. Scottsdale Fire Captain Dave Folio is joining us with a little bit more. Good afternoon to you. You know, we talk a little bit about those ABCs of drowning, but sometimes it stems beyond that.
Yeah, I recently made a post that's going pretty much viral, and it basically says 0 excuses to not watch your kids around water. And that is the absolute truth. I'm telling you, 2 of those calls in Phoenix, our Scottsdale fire crews have responded on those because we're close on the border. It's tragic for everybody involved because of the simple fact that they are all preventable. There's no disputing that they're all preventable. By one, having adult supervision, always having adult supervision, eye-to-eye contact on the pool, having a supervisor necklace that you can wear. So you're designated water watcher. You wear this, and if you have to go to the restroom, you exchange this off with somebody, and you don't have your phone with you. You're not looking down at your phone. Always have eyes on the water. And then the barriers, you know, it's so important to the bees of the barriers. You got to have a lock on the fence. You've got to have a pool gate that actually has a spring on it that shuts, and you don't prop it open when you're having a party, because that's what you see. You know, you get used to propping it open. I'm just going to be in for 2 seconds. 2 seconds is too long. And like I said, 0 reason to not watch that pool. And then along with the barriers, having alarms on the back door. You may choose not to have a pool fence, but you got to at least have the back door that self-closes, the sliding door that self-closes, and have alarms on the doors, because what happens is when you go away on a date night, grandma comes over, she wants to prop the door open, right? Because the house is warm, it's wintertime, and guess what? A kid slips through the back, there's no pool fence, there's no barrier. And then with that barrier, we've seen, I saw it a couple years ago, the call that I was on, they were doing some remodeling on the deck. So they had moved furniture onto the deck, which the kid went up on the furniture, over the fence, into the pool. So, and then C, obviously, teach your kids how to swim, CPR. There's, there's so many options for free swim lessons, minimal charge for swim lessons. There's no excuse why, there shouldn't be an excuse to not get swim lessons. Teach them how to swim. And then once again, the floatables, the arm floaties, those aren't acceptable. This is an acceptable vest. If they can't swim, it's U.S. Coast Guard approved. Don't have the false sense of impression that a floaty is going to save them, because when that floaty slips off and their head goes sideways, you got to remember, kids can drown in 2 inches of water. They can drown in a bucket, a dog dish, and the pool. Take the toys out when you're done, so they don't want to come back in and get their toy out when you're not around, and make sure you put the locks on the fence.
Captain, you're a wealth of knowledge. I know the fire department has a lot of resources. Where do people find that information?
You can go to scottsdaleaz.gov/fire, pool safety. We've got information on there. And then there's a bunch of Arizona Pool Coalition. There's tons of resources. And I promise you this, if you can't afford the pool lessons, go to Grandma and Grandpa. I promise you they'll pay for the pool lessons.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some good tips there. We appreciate it. Thank you, Captain.
All right, have a good day. Thank you, guys.
You too. Thank you.
Something that you definitely don't like reporting on, let alone experiencing.
For sure.
Good info.
All right, switching gears here. You ready for the hot temperatures?
Wait.
Ready or not?
Hot? I mean, like
hotter
hot
temperatures. I mean, this weekend wasn't crazy. We were like in the low 100s, but now we're talking 110s, and that's when I think it gets hot.
That's when you panic.
Yeah, do you panic?
I do a little bit.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to do this
Get
to
that
you.
Xanax ready, Anita.
It's not your fault. Do you have some?
You're going to need it.
It's not your fault.
After the show, guys.
It just, I feel like when you step outside and it's 114 and it hits.
It does. It's worse when it's the sliding doors they open at like a grocery store where they're blasting with AC.
Yeah, or when you're touching that car handle and you can't.
It's brutal.
Okay, let's talk about conditions outside. We're at 102 right now. That's our live camera view from South Mountain, so we're looking across
Is
the
that
valley.
variable new?
No.
Oh.
She just added
That
it.
just means when the wind directions kind of
but
shift
like I've
around.
never seen that ever.
Really?
No.
No, I haven't either.
Have you never paid attention to my weather forecast?
Speaking from a former weather expert.
I was a former weather expert.
Did you
and
not
there
pay
was
attention to your own
No, there was never a
I don't
variable.
think I've ever seen one either.
I haven't either.
Guys, it's
And
been
I
on
too
there as
have
long
done
as
No, it
I've been
hasn't.
here.
I've
Yes, it
dabbled.
has.
No, it hasn't.
Never.
I would bet you all the money my bank account has.
Anita's never seen it either.
I've never seen it. Continue.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about the
Sorry.
forecast. We're not going to get through all this.
That's
but
okay, because we'll have you back on.
All right.
Show.
So we've got some extreme heat warnings and watches in place. The warning is for the Grand Canyon below 4,000 feet. It started this morning. It lasts through at least tomorrow evening, but they keep extending this thing. So wouldn't be surprised if it continues to extend through the week because of how hot it is going to be. And then for the valley, it's for Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures up to 114 possible. For parts of southwestern Arizona, including La Paz County, we're looking at Wednesday and Thursday, a watch in place. And then finally, there's a watch in southeastern Arizona, including parts of Pinell County for Tuesday and Wednesday. And then again, yet to see if they extend that one as well. So there's the closer look at Fox Vision currently. We are dry for now, but we are expecting that we will see those conditions start to change as we go through the next few days. So again, I don't have time to walk through the forecast in full right now, but there's at least a look at the temperatures for today. 109 in Phoenix, 96 in Sedona, and 98 in Winslow, guys.
We'll have you back on
I
at the
know.
bottom.
Since I ate up so much of your time, we'll bring you back at the end of the show.
Disputing the variable.
I'm going to have to reach out to the weather company.
All right, guys.
I swear it wasn't there.
We are going to talk about voter registration deadlines with Maricopa County Recorder Justin Heap after the break. back in, everyone. We have so much going on. It is the final day to register to vote for the primary election here in the state of Arizona.
All right, so what are some other big things that are coming down the pipeline? We have Maricopa County Recorder Justin Heap joining us live via Zoom on this Monday. Recorder Heap, thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so and as Anita mentioned, some big dates coming down, and today's kind of the first of many coming down the pipeline. So walk us through what is today's deadline.
So today is the final day to register to vote in this coming primary. Voters have till the end of the day today if they'd like to come to one of our offices and turn in a registration form in person. But they can also register online either through through the MVD Now site, or they can go to register.maricopa.vote until 11:59 today and get registered to vote for this primary.
Okay, so primary election, and so I know in the past it's been if you want to vote in a certain election, you have to choose a party, you have to register as a Republican, you have to register as a Democrat. If you're independent, you can't vote in this particular primary election. Break down what people need to know about this one. Who should register? Should everyone register?
Well, everyone who intends to vote definitely should register. This is a partisan primary, so if you are registering to vote, if you are a Republican, you'll receive a Republican ballot. If you're a if you're a Democrat, you'll receive the Democratic ballot automatically. If you're one of the other third parties, so if you're an independent or no labels party or have no party affiliation, you will need to request which of the ballots that you'd like to vote in. It is an open primary, so those voters can request either their party's ballot or one of the other primaries, or one of the other parties in the primary.
So obviously,
real quick, when is that deadline if you are an independent or other third party?
Well, they can register and request it now. The last day for them to request a specific ballot is going to be July 14th.
Gotcha.
Coming up, and the actual election day for the primary is on the 21st of July.
Okay.
I was going to say that, all the rules vary from state to state, so maybe someone has recently moved here. What information do they need in order to register to vote?
In Arizona, so if you want to register to vote, you're required to provide proof of citizenship. That can be a birth certificate, naturalization number, a passport, and they also need to provide proof of residency so that we know where we can send a mail-in ballot if they're requesting that. They can use a vehicle registration, a utility bill, or a tax assessment to establish that. Provide that, and if they have usually an ID, we'll get all the other information that we need, and they'll be and we can get them registered to vote.
Okay, and the next big deadline is just a couple of days away, June 24th. What happens then?
June 24th, that's the date when we're going to start mailing out that's when mail-in voting starts. So ballots should start getting sent out this week to people that are on the ABLE list and have requested a mail-in ballot. Those will be sent out this week. If voters have missed that deadline or they are not, haven't requested an early ballot and would like one, they have until July 10th is the last day that they can request a mail-in ballot prior to the election. So if you're not on what we call our early active voting list, then you can get on that, but you need to let us know by July 10th if you'd like to vote by mail.
Okay, so if you are on that early active voter list, they send you your ballot. Now, what's the deadline to mail that back before the primary?
So the last day to mail those back is July 14th.
Okay.
So to ensure that we get it prior to Election Day. Now, we do, of course, have other options. There will be both early voting locations and Election Day locations. So if voters miss the mailing deadline, they can still walk their ballot into a polling location and either put that in the drop box as they normally have. We also have, state law has changed. We have a new option now for voters who want to come in. They do have the option of going to at check-in to verify their ID. If they do, their ballot will be ID stamped, and then it will bypass signature verification and make sure that it gets processed quickly by Election Day.
Other big thing happening today is you guys have started testing a lot of the equipment to ensure that when it comes time for Election Day, everything goes smoothly. You can actually watch all of that on your website.
You can, and as if you sign up through Be Ballot Ready and you can check your voter dashboard, you can see every step. We'll send you a notification if you're signed up for it, or you can go online to see. And what you'll see is that you will see when we've sent the ballot out, when we get it back, when it's processed in, and when it's been sent for tabulation, so you can track your ballot through each step of the process and make sure that your vote gets counted.
All right. Well, Recorder Heap, we really appreciate you taking the time to speak to us today.
Thank you.
Of course.
Happy election.
Yeah, and go register to vote if you haven't. It's your civic duty.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to a much lighter story here. I love this next story, you guys. The Milwaukee Dancing Grannies are taking the national stage next week. Now, one of your first jobs was in Milwaukee.
No, sir, I've never worked in Milwaukee.
Wait, where did you work?
Springfield, Illinois.
Springfield, Illinois. Never mind.
But I did get to interview the dancing grannies out here.
Yeah, I have too. The Golden Grannies. I love the Golden Grannies.
Yeah, they're so much fun. The dancing grannies, you guys started in 1984 as a group of women who were bringing aerobics into their lives. They just wanted to have a little bit of fun. They perform in more than 30 parades.
Wow.
Can you imagine how fit these ladies are?
They must be, right? Christina Van Zelt has this story.
Hold it up, hold it up. It's going to be a great experience.
Step by step in red, white, and their classic blue, the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies prep for the performance of a lifetime.
I'm looking forward to representing Wisconsin in the parades and seeing all the historical sites and being a part of the celebration.
The group was representing Wisconsin at America's 250th celebrations on a national stage. First, they'll march on July 3rd in Philadelphia. Then on the 4th in the National Independence Day Parade in front of the White House.
We're doing America. Of course, one of my favorites is Fireball. The routines are just fun. They keep us moving. They're showing how active us older women can be.
The Grannies can't wait to show the world what they're all about in a more than 2-mile-long parade route.
We're just hoping to be able to relay to people that you don't have to just sit on the couch when you retire. Keep moving and develop into something after you retire.
Countless hours and perfecting their moves ahead of the big moments, the Dancing Grannies do what they do best.
Just to be out on the streets and do our entertaining as we always do is just, I can't even put it into words. I'm just so excited.
Oh, hold on. Say that again.
We need the visors.
Oh, I want every
visors.
Mm-hmm.
You want pom-poms?
Yeah.
I think Crystal could rock some pom-poms.
The whole fit.
The whole fit.
She's going to become a dancing granny.
Yeah. That could be like
a young age of 30.
After work, she's like, gotta go, guys.
Hey,
I got my granny's
She's got a side hustle. She's going to do the parade in Philly. You guys want to talk about some trending stories?
Let's do it.
Okay. Summer bus travel, number 1.
All right, so evidently, folks are looking to save money.
Okay.
Instead of airfare, instead of buying their own gas, they're turning to the bus.
But are bus tickets that cheap?
I don't know.
Okay.
So a lot of people say after the budget airline Spirit went bust, more Americans are hoping that they're hopping on Greyhound and other bus lines to save money. It's called Flix North America. They saw a 30% increase in passengers on overlapping routes when Spirit Airlines ended. Bus companies say flight headaches like canceled flights, delays, long TSA wait times have also pushed an interest in taking the bus rather than flying. Companies are now expanding, adding new lines, and upgrading some of their buses as well.
Maybe if we upgraded the buses, the station, and kept it nice and clean, that would be a good alternative.
Yeah.
I've seen...
I, in Philly, would take the bus up to New York instead of the Amtrak, because Amtrak was way more expensive than the bus was like $10.
How much?
And it was like some of them were double. They were big, but. Say that again.
How long did it take?
Oh, it was longer. I think it was like a 2.5-hour bus ride or something like that versus the hour and a half or whatever it is.
Deal.
But as long as you didn't hit like a really crazy traffic or something in the tunnel. But for the price difference, it was so worth it if I just wanted to pop up to New York. Yeah.
Did it go to what's that transit center in New York called?
It did not. It went to like a sketchy corner. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
But it was worth it.
Dropped you off at
it just kind of dropped us off somewhere and was like, here we are.
The movie Adventures in Babysitting?
No.
Okay. Well,
never mind then.
The best friend tries to run away and goes to the bus station. She loses her glasses and picks up what she thinks is a cat, but it's a rat.
Oh,
so that's kind of the
very
vision
New
I
York,
have of
right?
it.
Happens to the best of us.
All right, one more trending story, Nita. You got this one?
Sure. You want to talk about back to school sales already? It's not even July. Summer just started. Back to school shopping season is already here. Walmart, Target, Amazon already showcasing back to school deals from dorm furniture to electronics, backpacks, other supplies. Experts say with higher prices, people are looking for bargains earlier and earlier. And this is a good way to budget. Spend a little bit every couple of weeks until you get where you need to go. Last year, 67% of back to school shoppers said they started by early July. Not just a money thing. Experts say the pandemic caused a shift in spending habits. Some shoppers still fear the most popular items will run out quickly.
All right.
Okay, makes sense.
Well, Crystal, we derailed your weather forecast. I apologize.
It's okay. We had a chat.
We had a chat.
No, we figured out the issue. We were using a different graphic.
We were?
I think. Well, I'm assuming it has to be that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to say we had a chat.
I thought that's what she meant too.
She put her mom.
We had a chat.
She put her foot down on that.
We had a chat. Okay.
So we'll dive back into it. No, I didn't have any chats like that.
Got scared.
High pressure is going to be kind of our friend and foe the rest of the week, guys. Foe because it is what's pushing the temperature so high over the next several days, but friend because for folks that are looking for that humidity to start rising and leading to chances for showers and storms, that's also going to start to play into this forecast. So watch what happens here. As high pressure starts to creep our way, we go from very dry today to tomorrow, still mostly dry, but an isolated chance for a shower or thunderstorm to pop up in parts of like northeastern Arizona. And then as the moisture kind of wraps around the high, remember winds are wrapping in a clockwise motion around high pressure, we see more of that storm potential by the time we get into Wednesday afternoon. So again, scattered showers and thunderstorms north of the valley, but running along the north tier of the state. And this will actually continue into Thursday, although by Thursday the high starts to slip over West Texas. So the storm chances may be more eastern oriented, but again, there'll be some chance, it looks like, as we head into the forecast moving forward. And then the winds will start to pick up as the week goes on as well. So we're a little breezy in the valley starting tomorrow, but we do turn windier Wednesday beyond, especially by like Friday into the weekend. Only issue with that is we do have a few fires burning around the state, and I am worried as these winds increase that if we haven't started to get a better hold on them, that could create some issues. And then there's the look at your 10-day Foxcast. So we're at 110 plus, starts tomorrow, lasts through at least Friday, but Wednesday, Thursday, we do have that extreme heat watch in place both days.